Hey guys, so today's the day I'm going to do the German Schmear technique on this brick behind me. If you saw my last video, I recently just removed about 7 layers, well, it was 7 different colors, probably more layers than that, of paint from this back wall. And here is where we're at now. So you can see that there's still some color of the paint there, mostly in the grout lines, but still over some of the brick as well. And my plan is now to go over it and do this technique that I always thought was really pretty looking, and it's called German Schmear. And basically let me put in some photos of what I mean. So some people do it really heavy, where the mortar is essentially covering all of the brick. Some people do it really light, where it's just a few pieces. I'm gonna start with doing it light. It's easier to start light and add more than the other way around. And my main goal here is to just camouflage the paint that's still left on that brick. So I'm going to, re-grout all the grout lines, and then I'm going to take it over some of the sections, the ones that are still showing a lot of the paint, like toward the bottom more so. And then we'll kind of brush it in a little bit. I'll insert an inspiration photo of what I'm thinking. And this is sort of what I hope to achieve. So I didn't get a bright white. I didn't get white because I don't want it to be too bright. I want it to be a little bit more natural looking. So I got an off-white grout, and fingers crossed, we'll see how that turns out. This is what I got. It's a pre-mix grout, and it's in the color Alabaster. I treated myself to the pre-mix. Normally I buy the bags and I have to mix it myself, and it's pretty messy. It's an extra step, but I just thought, let me just spend the extra little bit of money this time and get the pre-mix. So I'm gonna say, yeah, so this is grout. This is not mortar, but this is not structural. The brick is already mortared, and I'm just trying to change the aesthetic, essentially. So I believe mortar is stronger than grout, but that wasn't really something I needed to worry too much about in this scenario. So yeah, let's get started and see how it turns out. Since the last video, I did get a little bit more of the paint off, so I'll just show you where we're at. And yeah, I've already gone ahead and I've taped around the perimeter here so as to not get grout on everything. And yeah, this is where we're at. So you can see a lot of the paint color on the brick there, and you can see it over here, very much so in the grout lines. So I'm hoping that will, should all get covered up. This is also paint, this cream color. Yeah, so let's jump in. Tools I'm using is, I've got a putty knife. I'm going to use this to apply the grout. Gloves. I will also be using my hands to apply the grout. And then a brush and a paintbrush and a sponge and a bucket, which I'll fill with water. And the paintbrush and sponge I will use to sort of go over the brick and get the look that I'm going for. So pretty simple. Okay, here it goes. What's the color? It's an off-white. I have a feeling I'm going to end up just using my hands, but we'll play this game. Yeah. Ah! So like drops a lot. Oh yeah, hands is gonna be the way. It's gonna be a hand thing. I'm gonna take more off here, I think. And the cool thing about this technique is it's supposed to be kind of messy. Like, it's not supposed to look perfect, And keep in mind, you can always add more, but you can't take away. So probably should have covered my counter better? Ah! It's like falling everywhere. Oh my god. Right now, I'm just focusing on getting it in the grout lines. I'm not really... But what you can do then is you can kind of go like this to knock off any high spots, flatten it out, and kind of brush it over the brick a little bit, right? And this is keeping it really light still. All right, that's looking really bright and thick. I'm gonna take the sponge now, and I'm gonna see how it is wiping some of it off now with the sponge. Okay, so let's see what this does, if anything. So it definitely goes. I don't think I'm liking it really over the brick. I feel like I'm wanting to keep the brick quite clean, to be honest, and keep this more so in the grout lines. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Just trying to clean this up a little bit, because I think I prefer I'm trying to do a lighter application. Don't want it to be too heavy. All right, how's that looking? Why does it look so bright and thick? I don't know, y'all. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. It seems so bright, but it's wet. It has to dry. And also, I feel like I do need some more covering some of the brick a little bit for it to look. Yeah, I feel like I do need more covering the brick a little bit for it to look more like natural. It almost looks too clean like this. Let's try the brush. Oh yeah, kind of like what the brush is doing. I think as this dries too, I'll be able to wipe it off in spots if I want. I don't know. I don't know what I think. But I'm gonna do the other side and keep going. Putting it on pretty heavy at the top here, just because there's a lot of paint up here. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if this is gonna look good. Like right now, it's not looking good, to be honest. But it could be one of those trust the process things, right? And I just want to see it through, because it doesn't look great how it is either, so. it's on. Right now, honestly, I don't like it. I'm gonna wait and see how it looks when it dries, and I'm hoping I'll like it more, but it still feels so bright. Like, I got the off-white, but it just feels, I just don't like it. I don't know if maybe it would look better if I added more of the grout and covered the brick more, but I don't know. Let me show you closer. So I went a lot heavier on the side here because there was a lot of paint, purple paint there. And then I went very heavy on the bottom. Yeah, as of now, like, this does not look good to me at all. I don't know if I should wipe some off or if I should wait for it to dry and see how that looks, but ugh. I don't think I like it, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna look at some of my inspiration photos and see what's different between that and what I have. I'm also not gonna give up so soon. I wanna see how it looks when it dries, because maybe it'll look a lot better once it's dry. Maybe I should put some of it over the brick more, like a light coating over the brick to give it a more dusty, sort of natural look. I don't know. I mean, is it better than what it was? Maybe. It's covering the paint. You're not seeing all the different colors and the grout lines anymore. I just don't know. It could be that it's just so different and so bright compared to what it was, and maybe that's what's going on. Let's give it some time, see how it looks when it dries, and then go from there. It's been about an hour and a half. It's not fully dry, but I think I prefer the areas. Let me show you. I don't think I like the areas where that has that light, like, streakiness over it. I think I prefer this side where it sort of doesn't. It's more of the brick exposed. And then I do think I like it on thick at the bottom, whereas this side is not thick at the bottom. I kind of think I prefer the thickness there at the bottom. So I'm gonna make this match that. And then, yeah, I did try to scrub some of this off actually, and it wasn't really coming off. But oh, look at that. I don't know, I might try a little bit more to rub some of the haziness off, but the color is actually becoming more cream, so I'm liking that better. I think it's an improvement. So yeah, I'm just gonna add a little bit more in certain areas, and then I think we'll call it. So I'm actually going in now and adding a few thick spots, because I think that I was looking at my inspiration pick, and let me just pop it up here so you can see, but there's some certain spots that are thicker on the actual brick, not within the grout lines, and I think that makes it look a lot better, more rustic, or I don't know the word. But I'm just going in and adding some more thick points, and I'll show you how that looks. Okay, I've gone ahead and added some texture in certain spots, like added some texture here, you can see, and here, and along here, just in various spots to give it a more natural sort of look. Anyhow, this is how it's looking so far, but it's not dry. So I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'll show you how it looks tomorrow once it dries overnight and the color is what it's gonna be. I'm so far, I mean, actually, I'm feeling a little bit better about it, but yeah, let's let this dry, and then I will show you the final result tomorrow. Let me just remind you what we started with. So first it was painted, then we removed all the 7+ layers of paint, and then we were left with the brick exposed, but still a lot of paint in the seams and sort of covering certain areas of the brick, which look like this. And then, yeah, now let's see the final result.
Wait for better days to come.